Hello, 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 and welcome to today's stream. Welcome back to the Arcane Academy Astral Veil. Session 6, right? No, 7. Session 7. Keep losing track of our sessions, guys. I don't know. I don't know what session we're on anymore. But we're telling a lovely tale that I hope you all have been enjoying yourselves with. Very much so. We are not returning, but yeah, returning, continuing on with session 6, going into session 7 because of our little brief internet snafu from last week. So we're going to be diving right into it. If you guys are here and you are lost with what the story is or why the logo's different for now, head on over to our VOD channel, where you can catch up with the entirety of the Arcane Academy right now. And then you can come back here next week after episode 7 comes up. So absolutely. What Brett is the real one? What does that mean? Is something wrong? You're bad with numbers. There's so many sessions. It's just a lot of numbers to keep up with. I apologize for getting the numbers wrong. You're bad with numbers. Jeez. Let's go ahead and check on our players. See how they're doing today.
Crazy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How is everyone today? How are you all feeling today?
No. How are you?
Huh? Me? Wow. Jeez, no one's ever asked me that before. I'll let you know at the end of this session. How does that sound?
I don't like that answer. Not a good answer. You answer how you are now, and you answer it properly.
No, I'm gonna wait until the end of this session. I feel like I think that's when I'll know. I'll know how I'm feeling after the end of this session. There was a lot of prep went into this one, so I guess we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna switch screens. My computer's been a little poopy. So yeah, I know. When I transition screens, OBS will sometimes crash. So brace yourself. What? I think we're good. We're good, except for some reason the map decided it didn't want to show right now. So give me 1 second. It showed before smile, and now it don't want to show. That's not it.
Tiny map.
Yeah, tiny map. What the heck's going on here? All right, hold on 1 second. I apologize. Give me a second. It was working before, and then I guess it decided it didn't want to work. All right, hold on. We're learning. This one? It is this one. Okay, cool. Hey, we're back.
Welcome back, us.
Welcome back, us.
Oh, jeez. Let me just load into my DM side, and we will continue. Last we left off, you have entered into the Astral Veil for the very first time.
We did?
And I thought for a second that was a question, like, we did? Like, where are we? Yeah, you guys entered the Astral Veil for the first time. It may have not been intentional. But you guys are here now. You kind of arrived in this sort of cosmic landscape, and off in the distance you found what appeared to be a keep within the cosmic background. And within, you took a long rest, you descended down, and you met with a little kobold who seemed to have been asleep, but was assigned to clear out a danger from the headmaster here of this archive. You did so with relative ease, some sort of construct with the power of the elements. You defeated it, even with increased difficulty, thanks to Tremor's choice of death in the 3 statues above to make the encounter a little more challenging for you. And with that, we shall continue. Tremor.
Hi.
You stare off into the statue of death, making your pact and promise of great rewards for danger to your party. And it is with that you see something drop out of the statue's hand and into the water.
He'll run and pick it up.
You begin to slosh around in the water, your clothing now more soaked from when you did this before. It appears to be a wand of some kind with a variety of ornate sigils.
He will drag it out and show it to everyone and try to identify it.
What is that?
I don't know. It came out of death's grip.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Eleanor, you recognize it immediately as... Oh, I was making sure you weren't mute, Bree, because I saw like the stealthy Arcana check. You're like, since you didn't really mention, I'm gonna DM you what it is. But Tremor already found out.
Yeah, Tremor.
It is a common. Gideon is probably the only one that is having trouble determining what it is.
Typical.
Sorry, Gideon. Sorry. It is a typical wand that you would find amongst the battlefield. The Wand of the War Mage. This one is of a +1 quality. So when you cast spells through the wand, you can add +1 to the attack roll.
Right.
Ah. So who gets it?
I don't need it. Just gonna like brush past.
Well, which of us is casting spell attacks most often?
Oh, a stick.
No, I punch him away.
Well, not me.
Not you.
No. Checkers of the mind.
Mm-hmm. I guess Glacial Decay is I'm often ruling, so I guess I could use it.
It's between the two of us.
Perhaps you should arm wrestle, as they did in the archaic times.
I'd rather a game of chance. And he flips a coin.
Dragon chess! You're only take an hour.
All right. 1, it's mine. 2, it's yours.
The coin drops. Tails is shown.
And he throws it at you.
Be careful.
Maybe it's my lucky day today. This is great.
Oh, how kind. I'll give it to your friend. He looks...
Professor.
At
That
this
yours.
point,
Perhaps we should have that.
At this point, the kobold has just accepted the fact that he is going to be named Professor to this end.
Yep.
As previously stated, this sword is a prized possession of mine.
Yes.
I will not trade it, nor will I give it. I apologize, young man.
Perhaps, if you were to, and not by our hands, of course, but if you were to perish in battle, then we could take it from you then. Is that okay?
His eyes open wide in shock and terror.
As Al is talking to him, behind Al, I'm gonna take out my dagger and kind of shrug at him like, huh?
Oh my god.
I hope that was not a threat, young man.
Of course not. I would never touch a professor.
Tremor puts away the dagger.
As you do so, he immediately turns around to you.
I'm smiling.
Dagger now sheathed. He is unable to see what you were gesturing prior.
All right,
Shall we go then? Show us to this headmaster.
I mean, just so we're clear, you're not going to attempt to murder me in my sleep for my weapons, right?
No.
That is correct.
If we would murder you, it'd be right here.
If making an insight check, he believes you.
All right then. Off to see the headmaster here then, I suppose. How's everybody feeling currently?
How do you care?
exhausted. We just fought a danger in battle. I care very
nothing.
much. Oh,
Well, hey, Brett, have we slept yet?
No.
Okay.
Are we still because you said we didn't feel hungry, right? What do we
Correct.
feel like?
You feel normal. You feel
Huh.
fine. I mean, it's a weird feeling. It's like,
Okay.
you know how you would feel normally, except you're now more aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
critically aware. Like it's concerning to you that you're not hungry, you don't grow tired. It's something feels off.
Well, perhaps we should rest.
ah, yes, good idea. Someone interrupted my nap.
Yes. Not us.
I mean, sort of, but I am appreciative of it.
And he sits
Very
down.
well.
He
Do you
sits-
have a bed around here?
What?
A bed. Sleeping apparatus.
Oh no, I just sleep here on the corner, right?
and he pats on the wall.
Right over here. It's very comfortable.
It explains your posture.
Ah, I suppose so.
He kind of like sits down.
Enough of this funny business. Take us to the Magister.
And he shakes his head as if he was about to fall asleep.
Are we sleeping?
Well, I shall take you to the Magister.
Wait, why don't we just short rest then?
Have we leveled up at this point?
You'd have to long rest to level.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we should long rest.
Yes, I suppose
Really?
a nap will do.
He walks over.
This isn't a very comfortable place to sleep.
Neither was
Yeah.
downstairs, but you took the only bed situation.
I'm quite comfortable.
Good point. I'm gonna go back there.
So
Turn
my-
downstairs.
Be
Fuck it
careful.
out.
So where's it going? Am I taking you to the Magister? What am I doing? Are we taking a nap? What are we?
We should go inside the hall to sleep.
Oh, that,
Plenty of chairs.
that sounds lovely. I found a lovely little corner by a pillar. Come this way.
And he walks
That does
inside.
sound rather nice, Professor.
He walks inside. So everyone is long resting.
Before that, actually, Brett, there's a
Yes.
couple books that we got before
Ooh.
we were whisked away from the previous realm, and I wanted to read them and then maybe have a little study sesh before we went
Okay.
to bed.
It looks like you're doing a solo study sesh down there. Is that all right with you?
I'll read the book. Nah, I'll come back up. I'll show him. I think he'll
Which
lie
books
down
have we not
and then
done?
he like won't be able to go to sleep because he just fucking went to sleep an hour ago or whatever. His like comes back up. Okay, here are the books that we haven't done. There's a book sealed with rune magic, which I think is the one that you.
I've learned that, right?
Yeah, we have Grip of the Grave, which is a necromancy cantrip.
No.
There's
You guys should
Uh,
learn illumination.
book
Light.
on
Oh, yes.
arcane intrusion. That's the one that I wanted to study.
I
What
don't even
are,
have that book.
what are you reading?
Yeah, I found that while we were in the dungeon on the way to the jinn. Book on arcane intrusion.
Book on Arcane
Arcane
Intrusion. Yes. So you're gonna spend the hour reading that.
Yeah, I'll spend the hour reading that.
I would join you on that.
All right. The Book of Arcane Intrusion is,
Oh. After we find out what it is.
yeah, as you read through, Eureka. It is the level 2 spell, Knock.
Can
Okay.
unlock any door, I think.
Yeah, we don't really need more than one of us with that.
Yeah, Tremor will learn it.
You spend the 4
Well,
hours to learn it?
I'd appreciate having someone to help me read it.
What other books do we have, though?
I don't think you'd appreciate the other one.
What is the other one?
Grip of the Grave, and he gives a sly smile at Al.
Sounds like necromancy.
And then there's this, and I hand him Making Friends with Magic. This one is dangerous.
making friends with magic.
Yeah.
I don't need this one. I would like to learn the illumination one.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you still have that, Eleanor? Or did you check it back in?
I do still have it, I think. Because didn't I sneak out?
Yeah, I
more
don't.
books?
Yeah, I don't think you ever returned it.
Mm-mm.
You can also add it to your inventory if for these books if you'd like in D&D Beyond.
I will read with Tremor. Gideon will read with Tremor. Or study together so that we have advantage.
Okay. Go ahead and make your Arcana checks if anyone is joining.
I'll read illumination alone.
Come on. Ooh.
I will do so with the might of a champion.
Oh, Aldoris.
Look at you go. All right, so just kind of going down the list here real quick. Tremor, you have learned and mastered the spell of knock. For the mastery, I heard a car lock. Is that? I don't know. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, sorry. When you, I'll check the pod later. When you cast a spell, because of this mastery, a loud knock audible from as far away as 300 feet emanating from the target. That is muted now to 200 feet.
Wait, what?
So when you cast the knock spell to unlock, it makes a loud knock sound for 300 feet.
Oh.
Now,
Okay, so it's shorter range, but it's silent now.
No, so the audible sound is now heard in less of a range. So instead of an audible knock being heard from 300 feet away, it is now 200 feet away.
Okay. This seems about the same, but okay. Sounds good.
And Aldoris, you have mastered the light spell, which means you can now, instead of seeing instead of the light source of 20/40 or 20 feet
Indeed.
and then 20, it's now 25 and 45. So the light's a little farther.
Nice.
That's a cantrip, isn't it? Nice.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
So 20. Okay, 25. Sweet.
4 hours have passed. You neither tire nor are you hungry.
Tremor is impatient and will long rest if he needs to, but is eager to go.
It's time to sleep.
You
Yes,
spend,
let's sleep.
You
Puts
spend
together a bunch of chairs.
You spend 8 hours reflecting on your experiences and have now leveled to level 4.
Woohoo! Wahoo!
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 You awaken. Wide awake. So much sleep has been
Yeah, oh my god.
You are fully rested. Your hit points are back. Your spells that you've cast are back, and you are now 1 level higher.
Perfect.
The kobolds shall awaken with you. Well, let's get a move on. He seems to shout as he walks out past you.
How did you sleep, Gideon?
I slept fine, and you?
Not well.
Why didn't you
Sorry?
sleep?
It is not your fault.
He probably had nightmares like a little scaredy cat.
I do not have dreams nor nightmares.
That's okay to have nightmares. We all have them. Doesn't
I
make you a
don't believe
scaredy
I've ever
cat.
had one.
Oh,
The kobold mutters under his breath, "He's definitely had one."
out this way.
He brandishes the rapier, pierces through the light, and the light becomes a bit translucent, a little more transparent. And he just walks through.
Whoa.
Come.
Very well. Professor,
Yes, young man.
how long have you worked here?
Not quite sure. I don't remember much of being here. Weeks? Months? Years? I have no recollection or memory of things past. I'm sorry if that wasn't the answer you were looking for.
I never look for an answer.
Oh, good. Then you shall never find one.
Then he steps down.
Oh, very wise.
Tremor's like the what the fuck face. What the fuck? What's
God.
that exchange?
Oh my god.
You descend down the stairs. Over here.
Ooh.
Place your
August,
tokens.
August.
Ooh,
that
that's
spell?
gonna be my spell, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that charm person?
yeah. Pogus, Wagus.
When they're charmed, they have their face in the pog expression.
Oh my god.
This way.
You're running fast, Professor.
Yes. It's a big place. We've got a lot of movement to go. Come on. Yeah.
I'm really fast too, apparently.
Who designed this place?
I gotta take a break.
He walks outside to
Definitely,
the
Eleanor.
veranda.
Oh,
gonna
why
look
didn't we
out.
just sleep here?
This is almost lovely.
Well, it was so far away. I didn't think we were gonna make it.
He
This
wipes
was like
sweat from his
12
brow.
minutes.
12 minutes too much for my little feet, I'm afraid. Oh,
Tremor will look out over the astral sea, try to figure out what's what, like where we
You-
came from.
Yeah, so if you look above, you see this floating landmass where you originated from, about 10 or 20
Above?
feet up.
Oh, because we went down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then as you look down, you look what appears to be these just weird, obviously strange foreign trees and just flowing throughout the cliff sides. As you can see that the astral veil just has many layers of land that even as you descend, you think you were looking at the ground level, but then there's gaps and holes where it goes further down.
Cool.
And yeah, so the kobold sits there. He's kind of breathing a little bit, and then he gets up and walks over to you all.
well, what about you guys? You've asked me so many questions. Where did you come from? Well, this was a fantastic conversation. Thank you for sharing.
Is everyone's face just blank? No one responds.
Yeah.
Gideon
This is blank
actually
staring at
like
him.
looks dismayed and like just like kind of takes a step away,
Oh.
turns around.
Oh, and he looks down. Eleonora or
Tremor's gonna say,
Eleanor is looking at her nails, making sure they're immaculate.
Oh my
does it even matter anymore?
Yes, of course it matters. We have traveled here specifically to find our familiars.
Huh. Your familiars.
Yes.
What's that?
What do you mean, what's that?
What is a familiar? Are you familiar with what? Like a family member?
Your
Someone you're
professor.
familiar with? I'm not, though, young man. I've told you that several times, but you refuse to believe me.
What do you mean you're not?
I'm not a professor.
Why would you lie about that?
I've never lied about it. You kept calling me it. I kept correcting you. You ignored it, and I just stopped correcting. I'm tired of correcting you. I figured
So
it was
who are you?
a thing of comfort. Ah, yes, my name is Ron. It's a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. I suppose. Hopefully the pleasure is likewise.
It's all yours, actually, but yes. Can we keep moving?
You're just a kobold?
Yes, and yes.
And he continues moving.
Yes.
Can't believe I wasted my good questions on him.
We tried to tell you, Aldoris, he's not a professor.
You have no good questions, Eldoris.
I have plenty.
This party's slowly turning into like the villain party.
We're kids that have been removed from our home.
Yeah, I know.
We're scared and angsty.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Speak for yourself.
He's just scared.
Look, another teleportation rune. He puts his hands on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't we just use this to get up here? Down here.
I don't believe we have access to their capabilities yet.
Oh, it should be very simple. Lay your hands there and use your power.
Go on. He mentions Pharrell.
Ah, very well.
Can I do?
Oh,
Can I
God.
see if that works? Can I do anything to?
Yeah. You place your hands there and then, yeah, go for it.
Bless you.
Ah,
Bless.
Eleanor!
Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Oh,
I run my hand over it, and I know I cast light briefly. It's a red light that kind of matches the kind of coloration of this one, and it glows at the center.
Wow. He's about to go.
He's about to go.
no, that's just my light. I
Oh.
tried a basic spell that I've learned in the night. Quite an interesting one. Eleanor, what do you think?
I'm relieved that, the group is finally going to pull their weight. Were you just trying to play a prank on us, Aldous?
No, I attempted to use a basic spell because I did not wish to waste one of my more mature ones.
That Trimmer's just gonna walk.
All right, young lad, before you walk in.
And it kind of like pulls that like the back of your pant leg.
Unhand me, creature.
Careful, we're not notorious for their theft.
Do you keep walking?
No, I'll stop, but I'm ruffled.
Oh, sorry. Did you get enough sleep? You seem a little cranky winky there, young man.
I'm not cranky winky.
Listen.
He kind of is.
Listen. The headmaster said here is a very studious fellow. A bit odd, a bit strange, but you need to be direct with him. He doesn't appreciate time wasters.
That won't be a problem with me. And he walks in.
Do not worry, kobold.
All right, everyone roll initiative.
Wait, for real?
No, I'm just fucking around. Hey,
Oh.
okay, over here.
Holy shit.
I was about to.
The fear in our voices, our collective voices.
Where that's? Oh, top.
Yeah, I should have
see
moved
it.
you all there.
Tremor, you must be more cautious.
Oh, he's right over there.
He motions to the blue figure sitting on the, chair.
Blue couch with a head.
I don't like that. He's literally the headmaster.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He
Head
is
coucher.
he is a race that you do not recognize. Large, blue, with various regal robes of various chromatic colors.
Hmm.
Or we'll approach briskly.
Ah,
Maybe I should introduce you to him.
Do you
Perhaps.
heed Roran's advice?
no, it's okay. He's quite capable of speech.
Oh, very well then. Headmaster.
Yeah, go on.
I think he would like walk up as Roran is trying to introduce them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like kind of letting him do his thing, but also ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, headmaster. It is done.
Very good. Kobold, you have earned your keep here. Please wait outside. I have more reading to continue.
What's this about?
He was like looking past you, and then he looks towards you. Who are you?
We are students from the Arcane Academy, transported here by a jinn.
Are you a demon or a devil?
The Arcane Academy. Just so you know, Aldoris, demons and devils do not exist.
Oh,
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have picked Infernal as a language.
Oh man.
Al just makes up 2 fantasy names and accuses this fucking blue guy.
Oh, I forgot I wrote about those. It's my fiction books.
Yeah. Feel free to change the language.
I thought you didn't have an imagination, Al.
Who are you? All right. So you say you're from the Exodus Academy?
Mm-hmm.
I am not aware of this location.
You're not aware of the most esteemed school in the land.
No, I'm afraid not.
Well,
Ruffled.
no wonder you have no students here.
What is here exactly? What is this place? What's its purpose?
This is the archives. This is where we keep precious data, information, and stories about that around the Veil, as well as other planes. You said you're from the Exodus Academy. Is that correct?
We would know the region or the plane as a whole.
Yeah.
The Exodus Academy exists on, right?
You could
So
say
Io?
you could say from Io. Mm-hmm. You could
Yeah.
say you're from the Ishtar region. Yeah, you're free.
We're
to
from
say-
the Ishtar region in Io.
Io.
Indeed.
Well, that is a separate plane of existence. How did you end up here?
The jinn, as I mentioned.
Jinn. Begins looking.
Yes.
He begins looking through some books. Tell me more about
Al's
this.
gonna peek over.
Tell me more about this Jinn.
And he starts paging through books.
What would you like to know?
Your encounter with it, its power and capabilities.
Gideon, you're the one who did the wish.
Truthfully, we don't know that much, just that it has the power to lead you to the path of whatever wish you're thinking the moment you fulfill certain requirements.
Interesting. So you wanted to be here.
No, not exactly. Jinns are also, well, they're kind of pricks, and they'll twist your thoughts, and nothing's clear, and we don't want to be here. We just want to go home.
I see. Tricksters of sort. You fell for a trick.
No, of course we didn't fall for a trick. It was really
He
unclear.
fell for a trick, and he's going to point at Gideon.
We're here to protect him. We're some of the mightiest of the mages.
What?
I
So epic, Aldoris.
I see. So you are in denial.
No.
So you.
No, I'm
What
not
is
in
this
denial.
place?
I was tricked. I didn't understand what was happening. Yes.
And then he dragged us along for the ride.
That is very unfortunate. So you mentioned you're trying to return to your plane of Io.
Mm-hmm.
Is there
Can
any
you help
way?
us do that?
Oh, I probably can. What? Is there any way that I can convince you to perhaps stay? I must admit,
Oh.
you are the. Are you
Yes.
sure?
Well, hold on a moment. Your school doesn't seem to be as academic as our previous one, and it
Ow.
seems to lack students. And
He's
so
gonna-
therefore, there must be reasoning behind that. If you have failing grades or failing students, then we do not wish to be a part of that. Am I right?
Tremor's
everyone?
going to interrupt Al. Surely you can tell from looking around this place that it holds knowledge that the Academy doesn't.
The Academy is the primary source of knowledge. in the
Eleanor is
entire-
gonna come pinch Aldoris' ear to get him to stop. She's gonna try to like pull him back here.
Do you know how much that hurts?
Yes, I'm fully aware. It's why I'm doing it.
Tremor will continue, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about this place, but I have learned a little of Astral, and he's gonna cast his cantrip like on the floor there, like little.
As this astral energies begin swirling on the floors.
And I want to learn more. I think we could all do with some education.
You seek knowledge.
Tremor nods.
Legally.
There's no laws here, Aldoris.
There should be.
There are laws. There are limits. And there are mages who are continuously seeking to break those limits. I can help teach you if you wish. I must admit, in my long lifetime, you are the first that I've seen from the plane of Io. I am fascinated and interested in learning more about your world. In exchange, I can impart some of my knowledge to you as well. Or, if you wish, I would be more than happy to assist you, to return you to a more familiar land. Back to your home on Io.
Yes.
Tremor looks at the others. Surely we
doesn't-
shouldn't pass up this opportunity.
Have you forgotten
He
about your
doesn't-
familiar?
There'll be time for that.
Well,
Time. So, is there any magic, any knowledge here of time travel?
oh, by the bloody gods.
Al's losing all of his allies in this argument.
Human, correct?
Yes.
What is your age?
18, sir.
You have
You're not old enough to drink here.
Io's drinking age is 13.
All right, now wait a minute.
You are but an infant in the grand cosmic scheme. You wish to learn such forbidden arts. It is foolish to try.
What do you mean by forbidden?
Forbidden might have been the wrong word. Such awesome and powerful arts.
Awesome power.
I don't like the sound of this. No necromancy.
Did necromancy harm you, young lad?
And
bit
necromancy
of a stick
harmed
in the mud.
many. I'm not a stick, nor am I in mud. I will say this. We will not learn necromancy. Tremor is to be banned from it. But perhaps a spell that is unknown to the school would give us some extra curriculum in you know, and show favor. We could look at some things, but to a limit.
Tremor points at Al. This one doesn't speak for me or any of us. We should all make our own decisions.
Young man, you do not approve of the necromantic arts.
Of course not.
Is that a way of thinking in the plane of Io?
Precisely. Our superiors say that they are dangerous. There is numerous examples of it going wrong, and the dead should remain dead.
Fascinating.
So you didn't say time travel was impossible. It is possible.
It is. As is conquering death. All is possible if you are powerful enough. I would say that the magics of time, however, seem to be the one thing that no one has yet mastered. There is, in fact, rumor of a spellcaster with not a mastery of time, but definitely one who has achieved great insight in it. However, that they seek, they've also been lost to. Surely they will return again, simply to fall back into the rivers of time. Perhaps at that brief moment you can gather some insight.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are able to send us back, wouldn't you be able to send us back at a point in time as well?
I wouldn't possibly send you back at any point in time. You see, here in the Astral Veil, while it may appear that time has stopped, it in fact moves very, very slowly. In your perception, how long have you been gone?
I would say at least, 20 hours?
I think, 18, 20 hours, that's fair. He goes back to the book and begins to like think to himself as if he's calculating a little bit. The calculation might not be correct, however. You may have been gone from the plane of Io for about 5, maybe 10 seconds.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to say years.
I was
Trimmer.
scared for a second.
Yes,
Goes back
10
to Al.
seconds. That's not too bad.
If we gather what we can here and learn what we can, when we return, we can pick up finding our familiars with more resources than before. To leave now would be a waste.
Aren't you worried there's some sort of catch he's not mentioning, like the jinn?
Yes. Don't you see him? He looks weird.
You look weird.
Well debated.
I missed him saying that.
Of course, you are but young children. It would be dangerous for you to explore these lands. It would be my duty to assist you, if you wish to return. However,
Well,
I am not your parent, and will not seek to stop you if you wish to venture forward across the veil. Nor do I offer any responsibility for your well-being.
very well.
What?
Eleanor?
Did we get his name? I'm out of character.
You sure? No, you didn't.
Okay. What is your name? What are you, if you don't mind me asking?
You address yourselves by names. Fascinating. You may address me as Headmaster Levin, or simply Levin.
Headmaster.
Head of these archives, that is correct.
Well, if we stay to learn some of your magics, may we take some books home with us,
You may
please?
copy from the books, but the archives must stay intact.
Headmaster Levin, what do you gain from us staying and learning?
I gain knowledge of what you may share of the world of Io. The archive is open for all that seek it. I am merely its headmaster. As long as you keep the books intact, I do not mind what you learn. Here in the Astral Veil, we don't necessarily seek reward or favor. We simply are.
Very well. What about crafting spells? Do you know anything about that?
I can definitely assist you in the crafting of cantrips. Your minds may not be ready for those of more powerful spells. However, once you are, I can teach you how to make that as well.
Once we leave here, is there any way for us to come back?
If you find your way back here, the doors will always be open for you.
Do
Sherman's
you get
gonna
many
look Al.
visitors?
Not
He already
many.
said he didn't, idiot.
How dare you! I'm not headmaster.
You seem to be a sort of hostile creature of the world of Io. Is this how you
What?
naturally speak to each other?
No,
We just don't get along, and he
Those
glares
two,
at Al.
yes.
he will not be a successful wizard. He'll be expelled, and his name will be shunned. And I'm worse off for being around him.
Why does
They
this...
speak incredibly uncivilized in comparison to someone of a good, better nature.
I'm quite civilized, Eleanor.
You
He
don't
ste-
behave it.
Yes, I do.
He steps forward, and this is where you can actually see he's a tall, looming, lanky figure of 7, maybe 7.5 feet as he looks down to you, Al. Does his failure matter to you? As he motions
course.
over to Tremor. And why is that?
I would prefer my friends succeed.
Oh, what?
And you feel as if he will not.
And he is ruled by his emotion and his regret because he murdered someone. But this happens all the time. Not a big deal. Besides, they were foolish and he blames himself. Can you remove that from him?
He looks over to Tremor. Tremor, what's going on in your face right now?
I think indignation and anger at the implication that he should just get over what happened. He wouldn't necessarily deny the murder accusation.
Right.
I think he's more like, yeah, that is a big deal though, and I'm not going to just ignore it.
See? He's gonna gesture towards your angry face. Even tried to kill me, which was rather rude.
If I wanted to kill you, you'd be dead already.
That's not true. You'd feel regret about it. Therefore, I'm rather immune to your attack. You just can't get over the fact that you were trained to be a warrior, a war mage. You should start acting like it.
And you
He's
careful.
going to sulk in a corner.
My apologies, headmaster.
He looks at Tremor and then looks to you. Do you feel that maybe it is your words that may be spurring him on? If you have such
Perhaps.
an interest in his success, why are you not more of an active component in it?
I see. And how would you suggest I become more active in aiding towards his success?
Oh. I'm not here to give answers. I was merely inquiring. I'm curious of your nature in the world of Io. It was merely a thought.
Look at Gideon, he has no regrets.
Gideon, what's on your face right now?
Regrets.
Actually, I mean, Gideon was probably not listening that much because now that he knows that there's a guaranteed way to get home, he's trying to refine his old don't take things too seriously self. He's having a hard time. He's pretty internal.
Right.
You probably didn't even hear what Aldorus just
So
said.
your face is completely blank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
He would look at you for a moment, and then look to Al, and then look past Al to Eleanor. You've shared some thoughts, young lady. Would you perhaps share more? I'm curious to know your nature.
About what exactly?
I suppose about all of this, who you are. Who are you exactly?
if you were to identify yourself amongst the others Io denizens?
Well, she like pushes her hair over her shoulder. Eleanor Mordove, born of the Mordove family, only child. Carrying the lineage, you know. There's a lot riding on my shoulders, but...
I see. These are names and titles, yes?
Well, yes, they're important. Titles are everything.
And they define you in the world of Io.
She kind of looks a little unsure of herself for a moment, and then she finds some resolve and nods.
An audible sigh comes out of Levin. Disappointing.
Hypocrisy.
Excuse me?
You called yourself
Disappointing.
not. He called himself headmaster.
Yeah.
It is
Aldous
merely
has a point.
it is merely a title that those may identify me by, but I am not defined by it. I am defined by what I do, not who I am.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I'm willing to assist you to come back home. I have no reason nor worldly gain to do so. But I do it because that is who I am. You seek assistance? You seem scared, worried, terrified. And then he looks at Al, emotional.
He's blank-faced.
Oh my god.
You seem to need help. And I would like to offer that. You have arrived here within my archives, and you are the first denizens of Io to do so. You all have great potential, great power, great knowledge. And then he looks back to Eleanor. That is who you are. And that should be all that matters.
She kind of turns and looks away indignantly, crosses her arms.
But we are merely having a conversation.
Yeah, it's a good one. You're
He's
good
a-
at that.
As are you.
Thank you.
Big difference.
You begged what?
Nothing. Can we move on?
Yes, on with the studies, perhaps.
You wish to learn more from these books?
Perhaps everything.
Well, you have many paths in front of you. Where should we start first?
Well, what if we all spoke about what our favorite kind of magic is? Perhaps what we're trying to achieve. And you point us in the direction.
Very well. You wish to explore the Vale? Or would you like to away back home?
Can we learn and then get home?
You may. You may learn from this archive. But for some of the magics that you've been asking for, and he looks towards Gideon, because I don't think Tremors really mentioned what he wants to learn.
Yeah, not after Al fucking preemptive striked him.
The deeper magics you'll have to go and learn from the Vale. And in your current state, while you may have potential, I fear the Vale may be dangerous for you. But that is more knowledge for you than it is an action that you should take. If you
Tremor will.
go
Sorry,
on.
you're done.
No, go on.
Tremor would step forward. What was that thing we fought upstairs?
Oh, yes.
Why did it attack us?
That was one of 100 astral constructs created by an ancient mage by the name of Varian. He experimented and created much here in the Vale. I fear that he may have passed on, though, as his constructs have been wildly loose across the Vale. I identified and felt the presence of one here, and I wanted to see what this curious creature could do. And he turns over to Rord, who's kind of like picking his teeth right now.
It was rather useless.
Oh my god.
In the battle.
Well, that is unfortunate to hear. Roran's like, I thought I did all right.
He stabbed things with a stick.
That seems to be his trade. I took him for a warrior. He seemed to be able as a warrior. We all have different tools in life, I suppose.
Right. It is what makes us who we are, etc. Can we
Teach magic.
Teach magic, do things.
Very well. You wish to partake in the library?
Yes, please.
We do enjoy that.
Let me look for something real quick. Yeah, that looks good. He claps his hands together
Ah!
as
Sorry.
a circle illuminates in front of him. Step into the circle so that I may open your mind.
Can we Arcana check the circle?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Phew.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh god.
Oh my god, Eldoris, you and me.
Uh-oh. Did I close out?
Hello.
Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is.
Oh my. What's going on with us?
The understanding of the circle is beyond your capability.
Brett, you saw I rolled a 17, right? You're still going to say that? You're going to stick with that one?
I meant what I said.
Dang it.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's especially beyond your mental capability, idiot.
Wow.
Can I,
Are we all supposed to step in the circle at the same time?
I think so. I think it's got 4 spots. As I walk past, can I now pick up the book?
You're gonna pick it up? He was fucking working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
He steps into the circle with it.
Well, wait, you pick it up and then you walk in with it,
Oh
or
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Levin would interrupt and mention that is currently a. I always mix this up. Tome or tomb? Tome.
Tome.
Yeah, thank you. That is currently a tome I'm reading.
May I read it?
It may not be of any benefit to you, but maybe it will in the future.
What's it about?
It is about the history of the Vale.
May I
Great
see it?
arcana and magics.
Give him back his book, Al.
I never took it. I put it back on the table.
Okay.
I'm looking. Is it there?
It's I
Yeah,
mean,
you put
is
it
it the, yeah, I was like, I don't even know if it's there. Yeah, it's there. You do not have the capability to understand its readings. But maybe one day you will. I invite you back, and we will share our studies.
Please do not incinerate us in this magical circle.
I have no interest to do such a thing. Now. And his eyes just illuminate violently. Open your mind. You get a splitting headache
Oh.
for about a round.
Mm-hmm.
And I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ah. Brain throw.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Oh, Eldoris.
My brain
Wow.
worked good.
Oh gosh.
Aldoris, you're fine. Gideon, Eleanor, and Tremor. You take 9 points of psychic damage
Okay.
as this piercing pain enters into your brain. And then it ceases. It eases. And yeah, at that point, the circle sort of fades. You will now be capable to read some of the books over there. And he motions over to a few bookshelves. He motions over to a few bookshelves, like right about there.
What did you teach us?
The ability to read. The ability to read. You now know how to read.
Oh my
I've always
goodness.
wanted to learn how to read.
I have awakened your mind, so you're able to read some of the books that have been placed here from other
What language is
planes in
this?
the Astral Veil. It is not necessarily a language. It reveals itself in the language that you are most familiar with, but if your mental state and capability is underdeveloped, you are unable to read it. I've unlocked it to its fullest potential, so you can read some of the books. From here... Yeah, go on.
I'll wait for you to finish.
Okay. From here, you now have gained the ability to read books on every default cantrip and level 1 spell. And learn it.
As in like D&D 5th edition sort of
Yes.
default?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Wow.
As we can. Oh.
So any custom stuff we have to special find and research, but
Correct.
this is... Okay, cool. So, but we still have to research it, right? As in like learn it for 4 hours sort of thing?
Correct. With a potential to be to master it as students of the only students of the Arcane Academy can.
Oh,
So
there's
what
a lot of
does that
cool
mean
ones
for
out there.
like? Does that mean like we have access to them all now, or
You
we
have
have to find a book with them?
You have access to them while you're here in the library.
That's insane. That's so much.
Yeah.
Oh, so we
Is
can
that-
just choose any spells we want.
Yeah, is that across any class, like cleric spells too, or like what is the limit?
Ooh. Well, it is wizard only. However, you do have the potential to potentially learn more from other classes in the future. Like warlocks and sorcerers and things
Not
of that
warlock.
nature.
No. Very interesting.
But it's,
Very
o-
interesting.
but it's only here. You can't take the books out of the archive as instructed by the headmaster.
I was so close to you to taking Keen Mind, which would let me remember anything I've seen in the last month.
oh my
I just flicked through
god.
every book. and
Oh
just
my
took it.
god.
Oh yeah, that would have been insane for Al especially. While the others are going out and starting to look through those books, Tremor would stay by the headmaster and kind of, ask him directly. The others are short-sighted. I wish to learn some of the forbidden knowledge.
Little shit.
Forbidden in what way?
I need the powers to make a real difference back on Io. They only see this as a hiatus from class. Can you help me? I made a mistake before coming here, and It cost some people their lives. And I want to change that.
It would depend. What is your vision? What do you wish to do?
I want to fix my mistakes. I want to bring the dead back to life. Even reverse time, as Gideon has mentioned, whatever is possible. And make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Controlling time is a very powerful thing that not even us of the Astral have mastered. However, if conquering death is what you seek, and a control of life, there are beings, myself included, that have mastered such a study.
Then I would like to start there, if you'll have me.
What happened, child?
Tremor will sigh and kind of look off and be like, I have always believed that you should test by doing. You know, there wasn't a point in theory until you put it to practice. And what better way to put into practice than to just push the limits? Well, when we were in class, I made a decision where I pushed others to their limits without really thinking through the consequences, and it got those students killed. They weren't ready. They weren't ready to go through with what I put them through. And although I didn't directly cut them down myself, if I hadn't been so brash, or if I had just been more powerful, then I could have stopped it.
And there was a consequence to these actions.
3 students died. We saw one of them on the back of a giant metallic, rusty creature. It looks like a fate worse than any I could imagine.
You've been scarred then, child. We can do this. Return back to life your friends. All of your friends, if you wish. It's going to require time and great study. And potentially a sacrifice from you. At the same time, though, you may be scorned by your denizens of Io, who seem to look at life and death as a simple thing. You either are or you're not. Io may not be ready for this.
It's never bothered me before. Flips his hair.
You are still young, though. While it may not bother you now, it could potentially bother you in the future.
Then I'll deal with my actions then. I'm never one to back down.
Inquiry. Isn't that how you got to where you are now? By pushing consequence to the future?
He has a shocked look on his face.
Shock Pikachu.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Wait a second.
This feels like I have to do it. The only way I can get ahead of the future is by being strong enough.
Then I shall task you with something and give you your first lesson into conquering death. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
Yes.
First, I must ask, do you know where the spirits of those that are deceased are currently?
Would I roll an Arcana or religion check for that?
Honestly, you probably wouldn't know the location. Or would have the knowledge of it. You know what? Go ahead and make a religion check. Go ahead and make a religion check. Yeah, you wouldn't know of its location.
Is it here in the Astral?
If it is, it would be much easier. How long ago since their passing?
I suppose it would have been a day on our world, so...
And there's still time. There are a couple of locations that the spirits will be. They will either be in the expired bodies of your fallen companions, still housed in there, or if a greater sort of ancient magic was used, it may be housed elsewhere in a vessel of some kind. You mentioned a metallic creature slayed your foes. Can you describe more about it?
Yeah, he'll describe I out of character guessed it was a corpse collector, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
So you describe this automaton that...
Yeah, and our experience of hiding from it in the dark. And
yeah, you share that story.
Yeah.
He nods and he pages through a couple of books. And while he's doing that, his hands kind of like glowing a little bit as he continues to pass and page. And you see what appears to be a sketching of the drawing you were looking at, or not sketching the drawing. Excuse me. You see a sketching of the creature that you fought. And it is like this giant creature spikes through its back, and it has like the bodies and corpses of like soldiers and wizards and people on its back, and it's like picking up and grabbing one as it's about to like place it on its back.
That's it.
This appears to be, and he's reading, and you can't recognize the sigils at all of the books. It says that it's a cadaver collector, a sort of automaton used to collect the corpses of those that have fallen in battle. Mostly created by necromancers. They use these to collect bodies to use for their own necromantic studies and experiments. But this is where you may have the biggest problem of all. On one end, we know exactly where the souls are. And he kind of like points over to where like the heart of the automaton is. Anyone that is befallen by this, the spirits will be housed there, in that cavity.
So we have to defeat it to free them.
That is correct.
Then I will focus on that for now. You said that a necromancer most often uses this. Does that mean there's a necromancer at the school already?
I would be curious as to why a construct of this nature would be housed in the basement of a place of academia. Be wary, young one. He holds out his hand to reveal an ornate jar and hands it to you. This is what you will use to house the spirits. You will need to destroy the construct, but once you do, return to me. We will begin with the first phase of resurrection.
How do I make it back once we get there?
I will find a way to keep an opening, one that you can easily return to and fro.
Thank you. I'm not used to having a mentor, but I'll do my best.
Then I shall do my best to be that mentor to you. May I never disappoint you, young lad.
He kind of nods, and I'll go with the others. We'll prepare for this fight.
He nods.
Can I, study the book of the cadaver collector to, learn more about it? Like, resistances,
Well, he's already, closed the book. He was, pointing at it because he can't see that. You're free to ask him now.
One last thing. Is there a way I can study this cadaver collector so I'm more prepared in fighting it?
He opens the book again to reveal its page, its contents. And at that point, he manifests a piece of parchment with what is described as the collector, the sketching, and more details about it, and hands it to you. When you fight with the construct again, you will know its hit points, all of its moves, what it can do when you enter into combat again, so that you are completely familiar with what you're up against, including strengths, weaknesses, and the like.
Great. Thank you. I'll go study with the others, and we'll let you know when we're ready.
Are you wishing to go back? Perhaps maybe I should ask. And he's going to head over and return to everyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to make this decision for everyone. I meant more to as a goal down the road.
No, yeah. I mean, but he would still be curious as to what everyone is doing and what you all are trying to accomplish.
So, over here, we have books of every first level spell and cantrip.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
The first one then, Aldous is going to pick up his disguised self then.
Okay.
Or anything on it.
So you kind of page through the book. Go ahead. Are you going to spend the 4 hours to learn it?
Yes.
1 second.
Shouldn't we all pick spells and then study them together? Or do we want to
Well, it depends, right?
The first
Is there
five.
any first level spells you guys want?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
sure.
bolts?
Which
Ooh.
one's cool?
Yeah.
I think my top priority is False Life. And then second priority is Ice Knife.
What's false?
Because they rhyme. False Life gives you an extra 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points
Oh,
for an hour.
that's necromantic. Uh-oh.
Wait, no, it's not Eldorus. You don't know that. Well, listen.
I'm most tempted by disguise self, then chromatic orb. Problem with chromatic orb is we need to find a diamond worth 50 GP.
You have to find that.
And I do like chromatic orb.
Are you only interested in spells?
What does that mean?
Perhaps you will
Yep.
be interested in the crafting of magical armaments.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course! You should have opened with that!
Yes!
Why didn't you just say that at the beginning?
Come.
I come.
Don't get too excited, Trevor.
No, nobody
That's a
clipped
Joe
that.
Fudge joke, not an Eldorus joke.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't good.
Couldn't help it. One second, please. Good session today, guys.
Oh boy.
It's over?
Oh, good session, Brett.
No,
session.
Yeah, don't you
Good
dare
session.
end it.
no, I'm just saying it's like a good session.
you dare.
So far, is it
Yeah,
great?
Yeah.
Have you told chat this is a 4-hour episode?
God damn it.
Well, my internet is once again it's not as bad as it was last week, but something seems to be happening on Thursdays that I'll have to.
I was getting an issue
investigate
with Twitch
further.
earlier. It might be Twitch server.
Oh, it might be Twitch server. Might just
Maybe,
be
yeah.
honestly the fact that you guys are in the Astral Veil and it's too powerful for.
Yeah,
Checks out.
That's what I'm thinking.
canon.
And to imagine you're
So we're gonna build magic items. That's badass.
it's not as involved as the spell crafting is, but there is a little bit of freedom to it.
Ooh, I'm
I said
excited.
it's badass. Brett got that badass.
It's badass.
Fucking badass.
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 After I'm done, this is how Air's gonna sound. From how
He goes
badass
through
it is.
puberty.
Are you gonna build a
It's
magical
bad
voice
time.
changer?
That'd be great. Well, I think this guy self does that
Oh yeah, that is
to live my real life.
Oh my god. You have to talk in the same cadence though somehow.
Yeah. It'd be-
Yeah, that's what
well conversed.
Yeah.
As you walk a couple of levels, you arrive over at this what appears to be this forge of some kind. As you're looking around, you see various flora growing within the walls, ominous statues with foreboding wings. And Levin arrives over to a crate, opening it to a variety of magical parts, pieces, and fragments of various dusts and gemstones and the like that seem to be attuned specifically for creating magical armaments. Levin will continue. I truly have no use for these, but if it is knowledge and power that you seek, and if you wish to venture deeper into the veil, you will need all the help that you can get. Allow me to show you. This is the part where if we're doing a JRPG, a little message box pops up. It goes, how to craft magical items. Currently, within these boxes, you have the materials you need to craft.
20.
I'm going to let fate decide.
Come on, 20. 20.
6 magical items of your choice.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Holy fuck.
Now, by of your choice, there is a list, but it is a choice of this list that Levin is teaching you how to create. It requires various materials that you'll have to gather, and there'll be more details of how to gather materials at a later time. But essentially, instead of just gathering materials and crafting, you have to make a check and spend 8 hours doing so while making that item. Now, the first time you create the magical item, and if you successfully do so, you do it. You create the magical item, and there are a lot of magic items that have been readjusted for this game that isn't for standard Dungeons and Dragons. That isn't standard to Dungeons and Dragons, so some might seem a little weaker or a little less powerful, especially when you're creating these sort of like novice level items. You can then continue to work on the magical item for another 8 hours to improve its power. As you do so, as you are inexperienced with these items, before, the punishment would be just wasted time. Now, the punishment includes botching, either locking the item in place so you can't continue to improve upon it, or just destroying the item completely.
Oh,
That is ultimately up to you. But if you succeed on the DCs, which by the way are continuing to agree, some of them will continue to increase, some of them will remain the same. You're more risking failure than anything than that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of the DCs will like continue to increase. Your items will become powerful. This will allow you the opportunity, if you're risky enough, to eventually create artifact level items that are essentially power unlike anything that Io has seen if you become powerful enough as magic art. But they're incredibly risky and difficult to achieve. But I do want to let you know that the option is inevitably there. So,
What are all the
That's
ways we
wild.
can enhance our rolls, though? Because, like, for researching, we get an advantage by doing it together.
Mhm.
Is there a similar thing for that, or
So for now, all you'll be using is Arcana checks to do it. But there may be tools and refinement abilities out there that may give you bonuses in the future to continue to refine your ability as a magical artisan. So, are you guys ready to get started?
yes, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a list of magical items that
Should I
that
write this down?
Levin has taught you to make. I could actually copy and paste it over to the.
That'd
Alright.
be great.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Now, here is what I'm going to give you the names, and if you wish to research them further with Arcana check, spending the time to do so, I will give you more details of what they do. Keep in mind that the names themselves doesn't necessarily mean. Hold on one second.
They'll be their original form.
Correct. In fact, most of them will probably end up being a little weaker than what you're usually used to, but you can upgrade them to what the state that you're used to and beyond. So,
And beyond.
here are the 6 items that you're able to create. You can choose any of these 6 items. It is a cloak
Weapon.
of protection, headband of intellect, rod of elements with 3 charges on it, a weapon of your choice. It'd be a magical weapons like +1 and the like. Boots of levitation and a bag of holding. You may decide on one of. You could create 6 headbands of intellect if you really want to. You can create. You can choose whatever you want of these 6 items.
Okay.
Damn.
I have a couple ideas, but if you guys have some, you want to go first?
Well, I would quite like to make a headband of intellect.
I as well.
As would I.
I said it first, though.
Well, good for you.
Each of you can spend 8 hours creating a different magic item.
we just show back up to school with like headbands. They're like, hello.
We've been on an adventure.
I also
It's been
think
10
a cloak
minutes.
of protection will be very powerful, and something deep in me is recommending the boots of levitation. Although I can't remember why.
That's funny.
I do agree. I think the cloak of protection and the headband of intellect are both very capable.
Agreed.
Though, think of it like this. If we each have a headband of intellect, right, then we're going to be
easier.
better at making the other things.
You know what
Along
else?
with reading books. Yes,
Maybe
you're
you
about
are
to compliment me. It's a
Oh,
waste of time to
how
do
does he
so.
know?
Let's just get on with it. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh man.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm down for a headband for sure.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right.
Put all of our heads together and make some bands.
Does anyone want to make a weapon? I don't know if any of us.
Oh, sorry. So the item creation, you're not going to be able to assist each other with, but each of you can create like a headband of intellect for yourself if you'd like. By
Can
rolling,
mine be a tiara?
you could craft it in any way as long
Tiara.
as long as it's a headband.
Okay, cool.
So let me explain the first phase to create the basic magic item.
Okay.
Yes. If there are, I won't give the DCs. There is a successful DC, which means you've created it. It can't be refined anymore at that point, but you've created it. There is a DC where you have the ability, you've created it, and you have the ability to continue to work on it to make it even more powerful. And if you roll a 1, you botch and lose the materials for this phase.
Is it only a 1 that botches it?
For this phase.
Okay.
Okay.
But those difficulty numbers will increase as you continue to work and refine the item.
Brett, this reminds me of Ragnarok Online.
I mean, we're not going to talk about that. Let's keep on going.
I love it. All right. Let's do it.
Is it time to roll?
Right.
The good news is, if you fail, when not botch a 1, you just waste time.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
Okay.
lose the materials.
All right. Is it Arcana check?
Is everyone making a headband for themselves?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
a headband.
Headband squad. Let's go.
It's like
Is it
the rings
Arcana?
from Lord of the Ring, where we,
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
like the different kings of man or whatever.
All right. Who's gonna? Are you guys scared?
Are we-
Who's
Is
Are
it
we
gonna?
Arcana
rolling
check?
Arcana?
Yeah,
We're
it's-
asking what we roll.
Oh yeah, it's an Arcana check. Yep.
Oh boy.
All right, and go.
Oh no.
No.
Ah, you fools, check this.
Oh my god!
God.
All right, so Eleanor and Gideon, you do not successfully craft, but
Fuck.
you do not botch the materials either, so you're good. Tremor, you have successfully crafted a headband of intellect, but you cannot refine it any further. This headband of intellect, when you wear it, raises your intelligence to 17.
Pog.
And
Is it flat 17?
Huh? So you know how normally when you equip it, it raises your stat to a certain number. This one sets your intellect to 7, or your
It
intelligence
sets it,
to
but it
17.
can't go any higher than that.
Correct.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Correct.
Oh boy.
Aldoris, you have successfully created the headband of intellect. You equip it, and it brings your intelligence to 17. And you're able to refine it further if you wish.
I do wish.
Please keep in mind,
I know it can break.
and also the DCs are increasing now
Yes.
as you continue to risk it. But that's 8 hours past. What is everybody doing?
Fuck.
You have 2 magic items created. 4 more can still be created. You can try again with the
Am
headband
I-
of intellect.
Am I able to deconstruct my headband and use the materials, like,
There-
again or on something else?
You may discover a technique to deconstruct existing magic items for materials to create more magic items, but you have not been taught it at this time.
Brett, the wand of +1 that I have from the death statue, can I just improve that instead of making a new weapon?
You do not have the knowledge to work with the wand, but that is a good question.
Well, heck.
But maybe you may learn in the future how to, and if the wand is even capable of being refined further.
True.
Tremor
Okay.
will say, if we're going for another round, I want to go for a cloak.
I guess I would try for the headband again.
I think I'm actually gonna go for the cloak this time.
All right.
I'm gonna improve mine.
This madman.
Check it out.
Oh my god.
To be fair, it didn't really increase anything anyway.
Oh,
Oh, come on, Mike.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. Tremor. You have. Hold on one second. And I will give all the results. Okay. Tremor. We're going to go down to up this time. Tremor, with an 11, you do not successfully craft the cloak, but you're able to try again in the next 8 hours. Gideon, same thing with your headband. Eleanor, you have successfully crafted a headband of intellect or intelligence. I say headband of intellect. I don't know why. Which brings your intelligence 17, and you are able to refine it further if you wish.
I want to try.
Aldoris with a 9. You have sealed away the ability to refine this further. It will remain a headband of intellect. 17 with the 17.
I'm gonna try to refine mine further.
But at least you didn't destroy the item. Well, keep in mind, if you're doing this now,
Uh-huh.
it's another 8 hours. You'll be working on 24 hours of no sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
We can get one more. one more before a little sleepy time, or no? We're going to sleep first.
You will have been up for 24 hours at that point, and you'll start suffering exhaustion at the end of that.
We could do an 8 and then we could sleep.
So you've already spent 16 hours working on a magic item so far, just so you know.
Would the next 8 be harder? Or would it be anything after that?
Honestly, I think I would put a disadvantage at that point because you will have been working for 24 hours straight. Yeah.
All right.
We don't feel sleepy here. That's true.
You don't feel sleepy, but exhaustion rules will still apply.
Okay.
All right. You sleep for 8 hours. You get your full rest.
We're back.
You wake up feverish. All right, so how many magic items have been created so far? We got 2 headbands, correct? Or 3. We have 3 headbands of intellect.
3 headbands.
And there's 3 items that haven't been created yet. Okay.
Yes. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I guess there's a time thing actually. Never mind. I was going to say whoever has the highest intelligence can make an item and then give it to someone else that is dumber. But
well, I would say if you're wearing the headbands of intellect, your intelligence should already be a 17 by now. So,
but we already have 16 intelligence, since it doesn't go up by anything.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna toss this thing on the ground. Useless. Actually, I'm gonna pick it back up. I can sell it. I'll put it back in my pocket.
I'm going to try to make a cloak again.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I literally can't roll tonight.
Tremor. Gideon, you are unsuccessful, but the materials are still intact. Tremor, you're successful. You get a cloak of protection +1, which increases your armor class by +1.
Epic.
And you are able to refine it further if you wish. Also,
So if I wanna refine that
Eleanor.
tiara, yeah.
Yeah, feel free to roll to refine.
Okay. Oh.
Eleanor,
Yes.
you are unable to refine this tiara further. However, you are successful in refining it this time. You now have a headband of intellect that raises your intelligence up to a 19 when worn.
Oh.
Baby.
Wow.
Wowie zowie.
All right, she does all checks now. Have fun.
I'll
she's
just
the
work on
brain of the
everything.
party.
Then I'm going to do. So how many? So that's how many items have we got in total now?
I think that's
4.
4. Is it 4?
Four.
How many cloaks?
3.
We have 3 headbands, 1 cloak.
Okay,
2 cloaks,
all
right? And you
I thought
trying to
you-
make a cloak?
I thought you made 2 cloaks. I thought there were 2 cloaks.
No,
almost.
I
He didn't
failed.
make one yet.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it's 1.
I have a question about
Yes.
the cloak. The cloak won't stack with mage armor, right? Mage armor completely replaces your AC.
Oh, I thought it adds up on top.
It adds on top. That is correct.
Oh, the cloak does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the cloak. Okay, because way mage armor says the target's base AC. Gotcha. Okay, then I still want to go for a cloak. Yeah.
Do I try and make another headband? Or should I try something else?
I think levitation's pretty good.
Yes, but if they're shitty, they might just, like, hover a little tiny bit.
It's better than walking everywhere.
I suppose so. I'll get the levitation boots then.
Tremor will walk over to Eleanor. Can you refine this for me?
Aldoris, you are not successful.
I'm making the levitation boots at all?
You did not make the boots. No.
Ah!
What
Wait,
are you
you-
asking me to refine, Tremor?
The cloak.
Yeah, I can try.
I can
You
try.
trust my roll?
Yes.
How
Can I assist her at all?
No. You
Cheer
are-
for me.
You're still novices in the magic armaments of blacksmithing, but maybe you can learn
Cheer.
how to be supportive in the
You gotta
future.
blow on
Wait.
the dice.
Hold on. I run over to Levin. Is there a way I can help with her checks in making these things?
What do you mean by checks, young child? Meh.
Don't do it.
He looks over to you and says, through time, you will gain more experience in the art of crafting magical armaments.
Okay. He huffs off.
Alright. I'm gonna try it.
I'll cheer you on.
Okay. Fuck. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna use those hours too for a cloak. Please!
Gideon,
Nice.
you have crafted
Nice,
a
Gideon.
cloak
Finally.
of protection, and it has the ability to be refined. Eleanora, while you failed in refining this further, you are able to attempt again, spending another 8 hours.
Let's do it.
But
All right, Tremor.
it's time to sleep again. You guys have
Yeah.
spent 16
No, that was
more
only
hours.
2.
That's,
No, that was 16
that's
hours.
16 hours, yeah.
I haven't done a second one. I haven't done a second one.
Okay.
Could
I
I?
haven't done a second one.
Could I? I'm gonna go for the headband again. Get that thing refined properly. I'm gonna put the other one away in my pocket and try again.
Okay, all right.
I'm getting this headband, dude.
All right. So, this is the last magic item. We're cool with that, right?
I don't think so. Wait.
That's
Yes,
it's
it
2
is.
cloaks,
Yeah.
three.
Wait, 2 cloaks, 3, 5. Yeah, this is the 6th.
Are we okay with this being a headband?
Wait, is it headband?
He's making another headband.
I said
He
headband.
was trying to make a
I
refined
want a
one.
good one. The rest of the
my
items
God.
are useless.
Eleanor just like
This
looks
is
up
a
at
bad
the
idea.
tiara on her head.
I want the party consensus before, unless you're saying that Al just disregards whatever the party would have said and would have just worked on the headband
I mean-
anyways.
That's very Al of him.
Tremor would have
literally.
said either the levitating boots or the bag of holding.
I would have said, "You've got your cloak. I've got nothing."
Well, in that case, Al, you have successfully created a headband of intellect, but it does not have the ability to be refined any further. You have 2 headbands of intellect that raise your intelligence up to 17.
These are useless. I'm gonna sell them to some dumb rich person.
God.
Gideon chuckles as he falls asleep on the crate.
Snore, snore, snore. So the only thing that needs to be refined are these 2 cloaks, correct?
Yes.
All right. Day 3 of crafting.
Yeah, my goodness.
Well, I guess since Tremor's done, he'd probably grab a book and learn that in the meantime with Al, because we're out of.
Yeah.
you want me to
crafting
try to
pencil.
refine your
I
cloak
re-
again? I think I get
Yeah.
another chance to. Okay.
Yeah, peace.
Yeah.
You could also
Ooh.
Buddy.
I will tank for you all.
Oh my god.
Eleanora,
Yes.
you have created a cloak of protection +2. Your armor class increases by 2 when wearing it. In addition, you can refine it further.
Whoa.
even further beyond.
I'm giving you a cautious warning.
Yeah.
I
That-
say do it.
that the punishment for failure is extremely dangerous.
Oh gosh. What?
Tremor will go up to you. That looks amazing. You have a real gift, my queen.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's back.
During
Oh
that
my
time, I'm
God.
definitely reading Disguise Self.
Wait, no, me too though. Hold on.
God damn it.
I'm not sharing this book. You read alone.
My
Ooh.
queen, and then just rushes back.
Dashes back, yeah.
I don't think we should try to refine it further. This
No,
point.
I don't think so.
Maybe when
Flame
we
of
get
fire.
when we learn other shit, it'll be worth it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to refine mine as well during those hours. Come on!
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Well, you lose the ability to refine it, but your cloak is still intact.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I'm gonna
sure.
read Disguise Self alone.
I read with Al. I look over
No.
his shoulder.
No, I am definitely not reading beside him. I'll spend 6 hours with the additional 2 hours trying to keep away from him.
Absolutely envious of the cloak.
All right. Go ahead and make those Arcana checks for disguise self. Are you doing it by yourself?
Yeah, he's 100%
Why?
avoiding.
Because Al was angry that you have a nice cloak and he's got 2 useless things.
I mean, honestly, if Eleanor wanted the cloak, then like, I understand because she did
No.
refine it. But
No, she likes the idea that like you needed her for that. She gives it
Thank
back
you.
to you.
My
she does like a little curtsy, a little bow.
Al, you have learned disguise self.
Ah,
Tremor comes over. What are you doing there?
I learned a spell.
Can I learn it?
No, I should be the one with this. You have a cloak. I have these.
He puts one on his head.
It does nothing.
He's wearing both of them like stacked on top of each other.
They don't do anything. He sold us dodgy goods.
Levin literally is right
I
next to
think
you.
they were free, Al.
I didn't sell
Have
you
some
anything,
respect.
my child.
Oh my god.
Now look who is acting with emotions.
I'm not emotional. I'm logical. This whole
When he says that, Tremor does the fucking Fortnite dance, dude. That is the best burn.
What are you doing? Stop that.
You summon the demon Anathrox as it stands with that dick. No, I'm kidding.
No demons.
Demons don't exist!
Holy fuck.
Tremor, what are you doing?
I will try to read Disguise Self if Al will let me. And
Why
study
do
with
you want
whoever
to
wants
learn
to.
it?
Why do you want to learn it?
Illusions are my thing. You should learn something like, fire-based.
You're not the boss of me, and he's gonna grab it out of his hands.
He holds
Here
onto
we
it.
go again!
He holds onto it.
Yeah, fuck. Oh my god.
He
Athletic,
holds onto it.
roll athletics or acrobatics. Tremor Gus, is that all right? Aldor, is this happening? If this is happening before Aldoris learns it? Tremor,
No, afterwards. Right?
it's afterwards. Okay.
It's afterwards, and he still won't let me have the book.
Tremor, you get the book successfully from Aldoris.
I'm going
Such
to
a
tell.
child.
When we get back, I'm going to tell you about your necromancy.
He walks over. Do you want to study this? You
My
can
queen.
do whatever you want. Shut up.
She's
And he shows her.
just so you know, she's still working on the cloak during these 8 hours.
Oh, please continue. Whatever you need. Bows and walks
Don't
out.
bother me while I'm working, please.
She's got like a needle and magic stitching, and she's like,
Yeah.
I've almost got it. I do want to add, and this may add a little chaos, but I'm okay with that. Eleanora,
Yes.
since you are making the item, you can decide how it looks.
Oh my god. Okay.
A lot of power.
Does Tremor know that?
I mean, you're
No.
the one working on it.
Okay. What is Tremor like? What kind of colors are you wearing?
I think like brown, black, blue, and gold sort of thing. Like kind of a. I don't know. I haven't seen my art in a little while, but
You
I
could
think
change.
it's kind of a.
You could change the looks. You can put a crest, a family crest, mayhaps.
It's like dark colors and maybe gold kind of flare.
Is okay. Does your family have a crest? Is your family like well known?
They're well known.
Okay.
Although I don't know if he cares much about that. I think he enjoys the benefits of it, but it doesn't like
right.
you know.
Okay.
But yeah, he's nobility.
Okay, Eleanor cares a lot about that, so she's gonna put the crest on the cloak and like in a color scheme that matches your colors.
That's sweet. It's like literally like something his mom would have made for him. Like,
Yeah.
something along those lines. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, thanks.
Aww. That's cute.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were gonna like put like the the Mordove crest on it. Like this is a Mordove.
Oh my
product.
god. No, she cares too much about like fashion and like representing like houses and shit
Awesome,
like that. So.
awesome. All right. Tremor, what are you doing?
I'm trying to learn this guy's self.
Okay, let's see that Arcana
Kylan.
check. Yeah.
Is anyone not working on something right now that would help or want to help?
I think
Upside down,
this is when Eleanor is working on the cloak, right? So
Yes.
I was also failing my cloak in the middle of this.
Oh, I mean, it's not failed. It's just you know.
I didn't improve it, and I sealed away its magic forever.
Yeah. That's
Feels the way it's magic forever.
I'm gonna learn. Expeditious retreat
okay.
during this time.
Is that that's a cantrip now, right? Or is that now a first level spell?
It's first level bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay. Tremor, roll your Arcana check.
Oh.
You have failed to learn disguise self. Outdoors, you have successfully learned expeditious retreat. Tremor's like, stupid! Stupid!
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? Levin looks down to Aldoris wearing 2 tiaras.
I've learned a couple of spells.
I mean, with this. He points to the 2 tiaras. To the 2
Right.
headbands.
They're meant to increase my capacity for thought. But all they do is just clog me with disappointment.
Why are you wearing 2 of them?
As a mark of shame.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Go on.
Tremor
Can you
would come
combine
over. I just remembered something. It's unrelated to what you guys were talking about. Sorry. You can continue.
Levin would look over at you, Al, and say, so they are the same?
Yes, they don't. Yes. Maybe on a very. Maybe on that kobold they would be helpful. But not on a person with the brain capacity of me.
Allow me to teach you something.
Yes.
If you have 2 of the same magic item,
Whoa.
you may attempt to create the same magic item for refinement purposes, essentially.
Oh,
So essentially, you
Aldoris.
deconstruct the parts to create. So you essentially take the 2 headbands, deconstruct them, and try to construct them back to make another headband, essentially. But the cost is your 2 headbands.
Yes.
It's like TF2 scrap.
Aye.
Hold them both up in the air and kind of link them.
Hey, what are you doing?
Fusion.
He's kind of holding it excitedly.
I've got a chance.
Oh.
So you're spending the next 8 hours deconstructing.
Oh shit, that would take us into the night. God damn it.
Well, I mean, hasn't it only been 8 hours?
Yeah, there's only been one. We have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I shall combine them. I apologize to you, Tremor. My envy was overwhelming.
No.
You smash the headbands on the anvil and take the good parts to try and assemble another one. Let's see that Arcana check.
Check.
Oh, buddy.
You have successfully
buddy.
crafted a headband of intellect that cannot be refined any further.
Oh my god.
Or just a standard one?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my god.
just gets down on his knees and yells.
Just sits there and puts the only one on.
All right. Hello. As mentioned,
Hi.
internet's kind of a little poopy right now, but we're gonna see. We only have a little bit to go, anyways, before we wrap up, anyways. So hopefully we can get to that point. So what was the last thing? Oh yeah, that's right. Aldoris killed the stream by screaming at the that the headband created. The one regular headband. Well, not regular, but it's still a pretty good headband. It says your intellect is 17. Al, what are you doing?
Tremor.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can become friends again if you would lend me your headband.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What do you mean lend?
Well, I could create a new one out of it.
I've only seen you break them.
Oh.
Maybe lend it to someone with some talent. And he motions over to Eleanor.
Perhaps she can do it. But could I wear it?
Before we get to that, I had a question.
Yes.
Not for you. He
Ow.
turns to Headmaster Levin.
Yes.
We discovered this. And he takes out the pink dust that I had collected from the enemy upstairs, the metallic one.
Mm.
I'm trying to think of the description of it. It was
The construct, the astral
Yeah, it was-
construct.
it was the metallic,
Yeah.
the metal dust basically. Do you know what this is, and is it useful at all in crafting?
Fascinating. It seems to be material from the astral construct or from an astral construct that was used to craft.
Derezzing.
Uh-oh.
From what? Headmaster Levin.
Wait, what? What? No, I'm thinking. Hold on.
Derez. Oh, sorry.
What is derez? Like I was cutting the
It was
yeah, your
cutting out,
voice.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to think of like the phrase. This was a material component in the creation of the astral constructs. Perhaps it too can be used for the creation of magical armaments.
I'll
Will
pop
you
it in
teach
the
us
box.
It may assist you. Well, simply, do you have any more to craft?
Yes.
We have potential to craft more, but
It
depends
may
what.
it may guide your way. I'm not certain in what regard. This could be a fabulous opportunity.
He'll turn to Al.
If you do this, I owe you.
Very well. He'll take off his headband. He'll hold out his hand to take Al's.
Yeah, passes it over.
I will try to improve this and use the dust we've collected as well.
Are you sure Eleanor should do it?
Oh, Queen! Oh, Queen!
While you're doing this, where did you come from exactly? Where did you land? Is it somewhere close to the school? Or to the archive? I don't know why I called
Yes,
it
it's
the
quite
school.
close.
Do you tell him exactly where it is?
Yeah.
I will investigate the area further. Well, I shall return within the time it takes for you to make that. And he begins to
Okay.
walk away.
Is
Get to
this a
sniff
thing?
it?
Should we have Eleanor do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
She's got the best chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Eleanor,
Yes.
Please.
Yes. Give it here.
Please.
Come on.
All right. I'll hand
I
over
need
both
my
the
kingly
headbands.
crown.
All right. I'll have you know that if this fails, you're definitely cursed, Aldoris.
No. Come on.
I've been waddling back and forth. He's got a piss.
Oh.
Eleonora.
What does the
Yes.
dust do?
What about the dust? What about the dust?
Yeah, I gave her the dust.
So you're using the dust currently?
Yeah. I would try to make this as good as possible.
I would help in whatever way I can with the dust.
Eleonora, you have rolled a 15.
Yes.
The dust adds a +5 to your roll. Meaning you have successfully created a headband of intellect, and it has the ability to be refined further.
Trigger higher. Trigger higher.
Is the dust consumed?
Yes,
'Cause
it
it's-
is.
What
Yes,
is it?
is.
It's just a 17 that can go higher now, right?
Is it a
Right?
19, isn't it?
It's a 17
No,
currently.
it's a
No,
17 that can
it's
go
just a
higher.
17 that can go
we
higher.
had to make
Oh,
one
I
first
thought-
and then use the dust.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
We got the
make
order
one that
wrong.
can be refined.
Yeah.
So
So you use the dust in the creation process of the headband.
to make
That-
it refinable.
Yeah, well, it adds a +5 to your check, so now your 15 becomes a 20.
Okay.
Right, but now it's gone, so we can't use that again to actually refine
That
it.
is correct. The dust is a
But that's
one-time use
okay. We
item.
needed that high roll to make it refinable. Otherwise,
Oh,
it would have
okay,
just
yeah,
been
otherwise it'd just been
another
done again.
headband. Yes.
No,
So,
we still have another roll. Oh,
all right. Do you want me to?
of course.
Say
It's useless right
please.
now. Please.
Another
Gonna piss
day
this off.
of just fiending.
Oh!
The 19 is a success. It is now a headband of intellect
Outdoors.
19.
Our doors cast light behind Eleanor so it glows around her in
While,
like a bright yellow glow.
while it is unable to be refined again, it is a headband of intellect that
19.
raises
He knows.
your intelligence to 19.
Yay!
He knows before Eleanor.
So
She's
before
gonna
the
stand up and
DC
put it on his head. She's like knighting him.
Wait, what does it look like? What does it look like? Because you made it, Eleonora.
Oh yeah. Well, you said you wanted a crown, right?
Yes.
All right. What are your family colors?
Oh, good question. I'm gonna say a sapphire blue.
All right. It's a blue crown.
Wow.
Yeah. There you
Fancy.
go. Yes.
My queen.
So you were able to create 6 items, and you've
God.
successfully created, I believe, 3.
No.
4.
2
4?
cloaks, 2 crowns, so 4.
She refined 2 things and created, what, 3?
No, so 2 cloaks, 2
you
crowns.
you had 2 headbands of intellect. You consumed those to make the one default one,
Yeah.
and then you took another one, which was the third, consumed that. So
Yep.
3 items are gone. So yeah, you have you actually have
We've
2
used all
cloak-
6 slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have 3 items.
We have 4 items. 4.
Okay.
'Cause
Hold on.
We have 2
We have
cloaks,
cloak,
2 headbands.
Cloak,
So-
2 headband, yeah.
I made
It's
2
4
headbands. Criken made 1. I combined
Gotcha.
2 together, made crap 1. Combined mine, Criken's remaining 1, made 1. So, yeah. Only 3 items are consumed to make the 1 item, because we consumed 2 together,
And then consumed another 2.
and it consumed the 1 that we created from the consumed 2 with
Yes.
the remaining 1.
Correct.
Yes.
So you consumed 3 items total.
Yeah.
Yes, consumed 3 and we have 3 made.
We have 4 made, don't we?
So let's
Oh.
let's do the
We
let's do
consumed
the
2. We
okay. So
consumed 2.
let's do the
I've
math
only-
real quick.
Yeah, oh, sorry, 2 were consumed.
Yeah, we consumed
Yeah.
The
2
3 we
to make.
used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's 3 became 1. So essentially, oh, I gotcha. Yep, that's right. You're
Yes.
right. You're good. Oh, I should have wrote this down. All right. So
And 3 became 1.
3 did become 1. That is correct. That
Please
is
stop
absolutely
singing,
correct.
Eldorus.
I'm sorry. I'm just very ecstatic. Is this what it feels like?
What?
Has Aldorus gained feelings?
No. He's always had feelings. He just never had excitement. Like this.
Like this. All right.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to change it.
I'm just showing you my brain. So after 16 hours of working on this, Levin walks back in. Follow me, if you will. I think I can find you a way back.
Oh.
And then he leaves. He takes you guys over to The outside of the school where you were all from, where you all came from.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Or where you all landed, essentially.
Forgot about this music.
Let me go take you guys over here. Boop, boop.
Uh-oh.
Come.
Tremor and Gideon, you're quite strong now, yes? No?
What?
Well, you're tougher.
Yeah,
Give him a
sure.
little jab on the cloak.
Oh, it's like metal.
He awaits you all.
It was so slow. Let's just push ourselves up there.
Try not to
moving
fall
like
off.
lemmings.
That's true. He claps his hand, and you just hear him go, whoo. And as he does so, you see, from as he points up, you kind of see this ripple in space. And you see like a light, illusionary image of this, of just kind of like where the room that you were in before, the last image of the room that you were in. He states, unfortunately, this way has been sealed, severed. You can go through to here, but you can't go back. However, I believe there may be a solution. He claps his hands again and thrusts it up in the air as this astral energy sort of like seeps around the sky, and you begin to see what appears to be like two strands, like string, begins to like ripple out, going off in separate directions. These are ley lines. If they are relatively new and recent, it shows where people have traveled to. You mentioned to me that this jinn grants wishes through travel. Is that correct?
To our best knowledge, which is good for me now.
Taps the headband.
It uses the astral veil to transport its potential victims to other locations. As you see through these lines, this is the location. And he actually points to one line that kind of like distorts and like dips down to like over here. This is your ley line. This is where you came from. It leaves a sort of trail that over time will fade away. But since these were so relative, we can see them easier. There are two other lines that have been peeks forth from this sort of tear between Io and the astral veil. One goes over there, and he points off to like the northwest, and one goes over there, and he points over to. Well, actually, no. It goes. There's two lines, and they kind of like split off, and they're both going southeast, but in different directions and different points of southeast. I can't bring you back from where you originated, but maybe these lines we can use that to take you to where somewhere else has been, where somewhere else has gone. We would need to learn where these two lines go, but this may be your way home.
Our way back to our familiars. I wonder what Oswin's doing right now.
You have a
I'm worried
connection
about
to
Levin.
some our familiars back in Io. Can we use that as like a tracking homing beacon?
Potentially, yes. It may help you guide your way. What we need to do
is find where the lines go and what is at the other side. That is the first thing we can do. We will have to project someone across the ley line so we can see where the destinations are. And then from there, we will have to gather some materials to prepare for the ritual to actually send you your physical forms across the ley lines. But that would also mean we would have to make you stronger, since you would have to use your own magical powers to guide your way. You're not quite there yet, but I may know of something that can grant you additional strength and an ability to cast your way through the ley line. But
Well,
the first thing we should do is send one of you or two of you across the separate ley lines, projecting you so you can see where they go, and if that's where we shall take you.
Tremor steps forward. I don't mind. I'll do it.
No, you shouldn't risk yourself.
Then who should?
Send me on one for sure. I'm the whole reason we're here.
So, Al.
Does Al not say anything?
He's like huffing.
I can do it. I'm the most expendable.
No, you got a fancy hat now.
Okay, I'll stay.
So quick to say no.
Eleanor stays
Eyes.
quiet the entire time, I noticed.
Oh yeah, her life is far too precious to be put in harm's way like this.
I'm good.
Huh.
I guess Tremor will look kind of to Levin and kind of give him like a look of like, do you think it would be in my best interest to stay here or to go?
Does he say that, or is he giving him a look? Because that's kind of hard
Well,
to...
he says that, and it kind
Alright.
of gives him a meaningful look while he's saying that.
Yeah. It matters not who is cast through the ley line. It's merely a projection of yourself. To see. Maybe even speak to whoever are on the other side.
He steps
Oh.
back in line. You got
Everyone
this,
likes
Gideon.
Gideon, so it makes sense.
Well, there's two lines, right? So we should check both out at the same time, right, Levin?
He steps forward again. All right.
Yeah, you two should do it. Eleanor and I are terrible with people.
Plus, we have crowns now, so we can't lose those.
Yeah, let's send the
Risk
two
losing
dumb
them.
ones in. Great idea.
Indeed. You shall be the bishops. How about that? Or knights?
Thought I was a
Or do-
pawn, Al.
Not anymore. You've been upgraded.
That inflection.
Yeah.
Very
Bishop
well.
Gideon and Knight Tremor.
Now it sounds like you're putting me down again, Al.
That's a bishop is a very valuable tool.
You're a
Not
tool.
that you're a tool.
Can't handle Al's little grunts.
My arm is wounded.
Yeah.
Very well.
God, it's so good.
And he places the magic circle down. Step forward. And we shall project you across the ley lines.
Tremor looks to Gideon. You ready for this?
Yeah, we have to do this. That's the sound of Gideon's shoes.
Eleanora, Al, join me so that we may help guide their projection. And if their projection is lost along the way, we may need to send you in to get them back.
A recon team. We can do that.
Precisely.
suppose, if we have to.
At that moment, everyone begins to illuminate as they connect their physical forms to the ley line. An astral projection of everyone in the circle begins to emerge as well, so that it can be your eyes, ears, and sound across whatever may be on the two ends of the ley lines. Where does it take you? We'll find out next session. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Sorry for the interruption, but at least we got to end a session.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And
it's all
hope-
good.
That is cool.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to have more stable internet next time. So thank you guys so much. For those that'll be if y'all can wait anyways, even if you have to go for just like a brief moment, I do want to talk to you guys real quick about something that you may see on the ley line between episodes. So a little secret for my players.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
So I will.
Chad doesn't know.
Chat doesn't know.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
stupid. Just kidding. I love you.
No. All right.
It was really quick. It was a really quick smack and a kiss.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're cute, chat, because you're dumb.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm still
Terrible.
on Eleanor right now. I'm sorry. I don't know what's come over me.
You are dumb. I have 19 intellect. You don't.
Oh god. I'm muting you guys. That's it. Goodbye. I'll see you guys in a second.
Bye.
Chat, I can't believe they bullied you like that. That was ridiculous. Unbelievable. Ha! But we will see what happens next time. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching the Arcane Academy. I believe we got a new Patreon, a new patron. Thank you so much for whoever supported our Patreon. Head on over to the Patreon so you can go ahead and support us in art assets and other things that we'll create specifically for this game. Your support has helped me out tremendously while working on this project, and I thank you all very, very much for that. I also want to go ahead and give a shout out to all of our patrons, include the Hug Hunter and Link Zoramage for that's the wrong graphic. No. And I also want to go ahead and apologies again for the internet issues. I really don't know what's been going on with that. But hopefully we'll get that fixed by next week, so it's not that. Ban them for bullying. I will immediately ban them for bullying. I am so sorry about that. So I want to thank our level 50 patrons specifically. Link Zoramage, as well as... Sorry, I'm trying to load everything up. The Hug Hunter. And... there's one more. So bad at this. So bad at this. Gosh, there's so many. Hold on. It's Link Zoramage, the Hug Hunter, and oh man, I don't know why I can't find their name. We'll find their name in a second. We're gonna go through this real quick. But yeah, thank you so much. We're actually at 92% towards the Patreon. The next tier, once we meet our next goal, is going to be cartography, maps, and the like, magic items, magic item arts, all that fun stuff. So also make sure you join us for the other D&D games we've got going on this Saturday. It's gonna be the Arcane Academy with Dodger, the Completionist, Super Shiggy, and Doogie Shed. That's 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST. So make sure if you haven't watched that yet, definitely go over to the YouTube channel and check it out. And here it is. Yeah, Julius Shark as well. Julius Shark, thank you guys so much. I'm so sorry for that. Head on over. The what? The did I say Arcane Academy? The misdemeanor. Sorry guys, my internet has literally thrown my brain for a loop. I do apologize. The Misdemeanor, our pirate themed academy. I can't think straight. Please forgive me, chat. Arcade Academy 2. And All King is next week, and I want you all there because it's going to be my birthday. All King starring Lawman, Whoops, Gmart, and Octopimp. That'll be our third campaign, so make sure you head on over there. So All right, guys. Before I go, I want to thank everyone that subscribed today. Uncover Name, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub for 2 months. Kaylee Silver, thank you for the Tier 1 sub for 5 months. Ice Battler, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. We really do appreciate that. All right, guys, you're off. You're free. Thank you so much for sticking around and dealing with all the tech issues. And we'll be back on Saturday with more D&D with the misdemeanor. Have yourselves a lovely day now. Bye-bye.